Today's video focuses on the science of reading and the importance of including all concepts and components of reading instruction and core instruction in the elementary classroom. When we want students to obtain reading proficiency, it is essential that they obtain both understanding of language comprehension and of word recognition. And reading language comprehension includes oral language, and word recognition includes the written words, sounds, and letters, and the explicit teaching that makes up reading print. Just like any basic multiplication problem, you can't make up in one category for the other. If you are great in oral comprehension, but you are lacking in skills of word recognition, it will not improve or compensate for your reading proficiency. This is an example of Scarborough's rope, a visual image to include how language comprehension and word recognition are woven together in order to reach reading proficiency. Again, language comprehension includes background knowledge, understanding of vocabulary and sentences, making connections to the text, and understanding the gist of the material. Word recognition includes the recognition and decoding of sounds, letters, and words to maintain fluency in a text. As students are engaged in various amounts of instruction across the school day, the science of reading reminds us that core instruction should include all students and should be supported by research-based curriculum. Core instruction should be systematic, explicit, multisensory, and provide exposure to grade-level text. In addition to the core instruction, students may be receiving differentiated instruction in either small groups or one-to-one time. This is additional time, but it is not in place of core instruction. If core instruction is successful and follows these components, intervention can be prevented for many students. Intervention is used to address and instruct students in gaps in learning, not gaps in core instruction. If we look at the MTSS triangle or RTI triangle, we can see that the majority of our students should be in the Tier 1 support, with a smaller amount of students being included in both Tier 2 and Tier 3. If our MTSS system follows the science of reading, we can ensure the bottom half of our triangle is supported for all students and includes all students in core instruction. In summary, the science of reading states of what we are born to do and what we are not born to do. We are born wired to talk. We are not born wired to read. Therefore, we must be taught reading through explicit and systematic instruction in order to focus on building the foundational skills and also reading comprehension skills. If Tier 1 instruction follows the science of reading, then intervention for many students will be prevented. As Mark Seidenberg states, unfortunately, it's become difficult to implement the science of reading into educational practices, as there is a profound disconnection between the science of reading and the culture of education. Unfortunately, very little of what we've learned about reading as scientists has had any impact of what happens in schools because the culture of science and the culture of education are so different.